it was the perfect world that we could bring in someone.
Michael Jordan from 1984.
That's serious wishful thinking.
David Robinson.
Go back in time. Kidnap them. No, yeah,
So
but
are you asking, who's in the NBA league as of now, or it could be anyone?
No, I mean, I guess really, generally, what type of player? Because you can't just bring in a superstar and expect them to
be amazing.
Yeah, to be amazing, and for the whole team to look up to them and say, "Oh, I want to be like that." I think I guess I'm trying to figure out: is it someone who needs to really kick him in the ass, or someone who needs to?
Absolutely, it's just like children. It's just like being a parent. They're young. They don't know. I mean, I think that these players know what they're doing, but I think if they had a more intense coach who would make sure that these guys aren't going out all the time and partying
Agreed.
and like they're hungover, yeah, I think they need a little more discipline. It's just, it's very obvious. You can tell in the way that they're playing. You can tell. I mean, with Blotch, it looks like he has gained some weight. It doesn't look like he's playing his games right. I mean, it's very obvious. You would think that if you're going out there, you're getting paid, millions of dollars to be playing basketball, something that they should be loving and passionate about. And especially, when I talked to John Wall about it at Media Day, we were making jokes about popcorn players where Flip Saunders was saying some of these players, if they smell popcorn, they get this adrenaline coming onto the court. Don at first started laughing at my question, but then, he was kind of giving me a heartfelt answer saying, we're very blessed, we're very fortunate to be playing this game, and I'm going to play my heart out on every game. He's like, your adrenaline should be rushed. Okay, you said that to me, but actions speak louder than words. Where's that adrenaline? I don't see.
You mentioned you being a ride or die fan, and for the better part of this interview, we've been talking about the die part. Let's talk about the ride part. Who's worth watching? I mean, a few weeks ago we were talking about Jordan Veasley, or Jan Veasley, as they call him in Europe. Who's worth sticking around and watching, and who gets it? And who really wants to win from this group of guys? But obviously, I know John Wall wants to win, so we can, at least we hope so. We can keep him out for now. But who's worth watching, and who still has a deep desire to win for this franchise?
I was gonna say that I really feel like Blotch wants to do well because he's had 7 seasons here. But at the same time, I could never say it's him because the way he's playing and the way he's talking to his fans and stuff is just absolutely outrageous. I would probably say, that's a tough question because I can't even think of what player right now is giving it his all. It's such a tough question. I do believe John Wall is definitely the one who's. I feel like he's probably the most impacted because I know whenever his Wall, I know he's trying to be strong, and it's upsetting because when I've watched him at practice, he plays well. I mean, and also Jordan Crawford with him. I feel like those two together are great, but then when you watch them play live, it's like what happened during practice, and all of a sudden while you're playing now, it's completely different.
I feel like that's a testament to what we've just been talking about is their immaturity. They get down 10 points and they're like, oh man, just go home.
Right.
That's what it is. They lose the confidence very quickly.
Let me take my name off the player card.
That's probably what Roger Mason did.
Absolutely, I agree with you, and I feel like in the beginning they play so well, like their adrenaline's going, like the fans are so excited. Like I know for me, I start freaking out when I see amazing dunks and stuff. Then all of a sudden, it's like towards the end, these teams are creeping up 10, 20 points, and then we lose. And, another thing I was talking about when we had our first home opening game versus the Knicks, or I'm sorry, not the Knicks, versus the Nets, we were talking about in the media room, I was like, oh my gosh, Chris Humphries, for example, he's going to get bashed on so bad, and no one in D.C. cares about him and the Kardashian ordeal. Yes, they do, because as soon as he was playing, everyone was screaming Reggie Bush. People were saying it was and he was one of the lead scorers of the night. And then Blotch, who wasn't really being insulted at the game, he's crying in the locker room about it. And it's just like, Chris Humphries has been through this whole ordeal with, Kim Kardashian, this reality show, and this horrible divorce, and he still played his heart out at the game. So what is the Wizards' excuse?
This is another random question. Is there anything to be concerned about with JaVale McGee's other persona, Pierre McGee? Is that?
I just find it odd. I don't really understand the whole thing. I really don't get it. When I was looking at it over the summer on Twitter, I'm like, who's Pierre? And then I was talking to one of my bosses from Monumental Sports. I don't understand that. Maybe that's an immature side. I don't know.
I hope he's just having some fun with Twitter because, I mean, as bad as if I played on an awful team, I'd want to keep as low profile as possible, and the Wizards are certainly not doing that.
Exactly, and I think the one who's being the worst on Twitter is absolutely Andre Bloch, getting a lot of criticism for it too. And also, John Wall, I think they were writing up an article about it where he claimed that all his teammates are playing selfish and stuff, and then he denies it. It's like, well, what's the real story? What's the real facts? They're all, bottom line, they're all playing selfish. And there has to be a change to this team. And I don't know why Leonsis has taken this long in order to change the team.
All right, Tara, we got to let you go in a second, but I'm going to ask you the $1 million question. When are they going to win their first game?
Oh, that's a good question.
With the Wizards Extreme team and we were all joking around. Hopefully, we're all starting to make bets on it. I'm too scared to even make a bet yet. I'm hoping tomorrow. I mean, that's wishful thinking, but I'm really hoping that these guys pull it together and that Flip can at least find 5 decent players to start off tomorrow and hopefully win a game.
All right, that's good enough for me. Tara, we appreciate you taking some time and joining us this evening, and hopefully we can make you a regular fixture on the show. You've been great.
That would be great. Thank you so much, guys.
And you can follow Tara at Tara Yavari on Twitter. She also writes for WizardsExtreme.com and CSN Washington. What was your last post on CSN Washington?
When are the Wizards players going to learn how to trust each other?
Okay. That's
never
remains to be seen.
Don't know when that's going to happen yet either.
All right, Tara, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.